Alright guys, welcome to the Kerrigan Survival to Town Hall for EU. It's gonna be 30 minutes where we just talk about whatever you guys want. Thank you for filling out the topic submission in advance, but feel free to add to it.
Topic submission? What the hell?
That's what Lumi does, and so I don't know if this is a point or but I'm just gonna delete it. If you want to add something, add. First point, Maggie should get immunity to Diamond Council. I don't know what this means. If you mean the pole dance thing, then no.
Yeah.
Literally,
No, why?
the whole point of it, no
Why?
one's supposed to be immune to it. If you get it, you get it.
Unlucky.
The reason is to make constructive criticism or like needed polls, I think. Like if your polls are just trash, then you just spam game suggestions, Maggie.
I know, that's what it is.
What did you even submit to make yourself insta-banned?
I just said I want immunity. I'm getting immunity who is fat, and that's it.
Oh, well.
I think it took like 1 hour or so.
Well, alright. Alright. If you want immunity, you would just send good posts and then you would be quote
Yeah,
unquote.
no, that's not immunity. That's just being a
Yeah, I don't
person.
know. I keep Maggie banned here.
You burned your immunity, man.
No,
That's why America's good, because you have the freedom to do it.
No, I mean, Maggie, the way to get immunity is like just make like 5 good posts. So essentially spam Spirit Nurse and Diamond Council. Then you get like infinite red points, and then you can just spam troll points.
GG.
Troll posts.
Next point, why are reworks not discussed with people if they want it? I'm not quite sure what this means either, but
mainly because the DT rework. I don't think anyone wants the DT to be like this now, but rather just work a vision of DT.
You don't want. Sorry, can you repeat that? You don't think the current DT rework is good? You don't, but
I like it, but Aisha doesn't like it.
So kind of, I
And
think
I
with
think
me,
if you just
nobody asks for the DT rework and nobody likes it.
no, I like it.
well, so
just
at some
like-
point, Lumi was convinced that the new DT or like the previous version of DT had some severe flaw that needed to be changed, and his current idea is about like taking power away from support the hero and like putting it elsewhere on the map. I don't necessarily agree with that, but that's how the current DT iteration was born, and I think he sees the idea, not necessarily the rework, but the idea of this change to be successful and through like Delta Squad, but
So is Delta Squad getting reworked too, or what?
no, I'm just saying like Delta Squad being like three heroes, right? And like Elder, like Scion having 2 heroes, Scion and Elder. This is kind of like Lumi's current ongoing theory that support should be weaker hero and just have their power spread out more across the map. Which I don't.
But that is not with DT, which is like a strong hero that can just split himself on the map.
Yeah, so and I think the idea is that DT gets the clones, and like the clones are like the other powers.
But then the clone should be weak as fuck, like at least half the power of DT, not like his full strength.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, these are ideas that you could possibly put.
I mean, I will get to my point with the DT River guys. Some ideas that I want to mention.
Okay. I'll pass along to Lumi, but I think these are things that, if it's concise enough, you better to tell Lumi directly or to put it in a Diamond Council. Not say Diamond Council. There's more like a discussion, but just like give feedback. And like Lumi is very busy, like both in game, like both regarding like KS2 and outside KS2. So it is very possible he's just not fully aware, like of how.
Yeah, no, I have understanding for that. I will spam him when he is available again.
I just write like a short, concise point, and the way to convince Lumi is through like gaming principles that are violated in his document. So like you say gas for gas is violated because of XYZ. He's more inclined to change it. If you're saying that, hey, this is broken because I had this feeling, he's not really gonna believe you. You kind of have to show him like examples or like have a structured argument against it.
Yeah, no. I had some I had some discussions with them already about that. Mostly about Spirit, but yeah.
Why is it requiring for
So I know it's
plat?
spirit buffed.
It's percentile. Platinum require. I think like diamond is like top 7% or something. Oh, we split it up. It's just what it is. I mean, there could be more ranks to like divvy up. That's like what League of Legends did, but I don't think that really matters, and it's only really important. I think most people only care for higher tiered ranks.
I think the goal for the range for platinum could be increased, to be honest.
Increased as in like you want
That
it
the
to be
biggest
like
player base is not platinum, that the biggest player base is like silver, gold.
So I think
Maybe
it's
increase it
percentile based. So it's like the bottom like 20 to 17.5%.
Yeah, maybe raise that percentile for platinum a bit. I don't know.
You want it to be like
Just
a bigger
my
range.
idea. Yeah, like I just want to give gold a bigger range and make platinum a little bit smaller.
Like I don't think platinum right
That
now.
would be my
There's
idea.
too many people.
It also decrease people in diamond.
Like there are so many platinums where if you look at their gameplay, they don't really deserve the rank.
So yeah, so this is more of a do like a change in, like I think if you played this game a long time ago, the original definition of platinum has changed. It's a little bit lower, but that's just because there's a bigger idea of what like the lower level ranges are. Because before you couldn't really get like plat diamond unless you were active on Discord and stuff like that. I can take a look at this to see, but it's kind of a moving target in my opinion, because no matter what changes, like if we do what League does, add a new rank, you're just be like, oh, like Emerald is the new diamond, right? So like all the really bad players are now like just from rank higher. So I can take a look, but I don't think it's an issue of rank per se, but just more an issue of like there should just be more materials for new players or like players learning to play the game to get better at the game.
Yep.
I can get Townhall Organizer. Oh, I don't know what Townhall Organizer is. What do you want to do?
I don't know. I asked if I should get Townhall Organizer then.
I mean, I appreciate the ping, but I was like dealing with a storm. I had to like move everything outside in before it blew off the balcony. Yeah, sorry about being late. Dehaka nerfs. Nerf is early move scaling or is attack speed and damage?
Yeah, so I think that Dehaka's agility scaling per level is too high because there is no way that the level 5 Dehaka with 2 levels and Cloak outruns a 5 movement speed. Like he outruns Technician and Spirit, which are like the 2 fastest heroes. And I think that the issue is not there that the Cloak, like Windwalk, is the problem there. I think that actually his agility scaling per level is the problem.
He does have the highest agility scaling per level of all the heroes.
Is it the same with Brack?
It is the same
Brack
as
just gets insane points. Like Brack just gets agility and strength on mass. Dehaka just gets agility.
Yeah, so like Dehaka doesn't do much damage per auto as much as Brack. I mean,
yeah, but
it's
he
not
has an insanely high attack speed.
Yeah, but so this is one of those things where I think a lot of people complain about Dehaka. I think also at the same time, I'm putting words in Luby's mouth. This is I'm kind of an answer for him. I think Dehaka's been in the game for such a long period of time that it has been seen more as acceptable. I'm not saying like it's good. I'm not saying like but I think that's Lumi's perspective. So you can definitely Diamond Council this. I think that's what's something that would probably cause him to change it. Just because it's been in the game for so long, and historically, like 2-3 years ago, Dehaka was seen as really weak and got like a lot of buffs. And so I think at some point he lost a lot of his identity as like an early game assassin, weak late game, and because like he got a lot of supply buffs, right? So he went from like 90 max supply to like 150 or something.
Well, now he's kind of now currently he is like an early game assassin plus a mid game assassin plus a late game base killer because he just has the supply for it.
So I would say make a Diamond Council. So agility does affect both movement speed, attack speed. So if you want to change that, it would nerf it. Personally, if it was just specifically a movement speed thing, I think you would look at Cloak. But I think you can propose or have a discussion diamond chat, thinking about like what other people are thinking about, and then submit a proposal.
Okay,
that's my suggestion for you.
Mm-hmm.
DT rework. If you don't want to
So
revert,
there,
go ahead.
So there, my idea would be the current way of the shadow clones, a little bit unhealthy for the game. I think would be actually stronger, or and in the idea of Lumi, current idea for DT, if you just split your statistics. So hero, like he can split off in two and recombined like an Archon. And only the one DT would be at full strength, and then it would be half strength, a quarter, and he can only split like twice, so you have a maximum of 4 DTs on the map. But they can use their abilities, like Storm and Cloak, so it's more like Delta Squad, where high APM players are rewarded if they can micro multiple heroes, but the heroes for that are squishier. And if you lose one, you can't combine them into the full DT anymore.
Okay.
What does quality lose things?
That would be my idea currently.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds pretty interesting. I think it is a pretty big departure from current DT. I'm not saying that's not. It's just we were saying like I think if you want to do that, that's something that you would have to pass with Lumi, and he would like invest a lot of time to do.
Yeah, no, understand.
Make his clones cost more gas. Yeah, you can make a gas for gas argument. I think it was like they got buffed last change like a while back, but
yeah, God, was from 20 gas to no, what was from 50 gas to 10 gas.
I was wondering the DPS like per clone is insane, right? It's like 5 to 8K or something per up there. Oh, cool idea. So what about Aewyn Kushner's current Diamond Council is a good approach for current Diamond Council is a good approach or nerfing the Spear Striders if any ideas come up with nerfing his eco. Not really sure what the first part is. I actually had an idea about Aewyn's eco.
The current diamond. Well, the current Diamond Council is a good way of nerfing it.
What's the current poll?
Well, I like that current Diamond Council, but if it doesn't pass, then Spirit Striders actually need to be a little bit reworked because they're just way too overstated for their cost.
Sorry.
So where is Lumi in all this?
It's like
Lumi,
2 Spirit Striders are as strong as a Warhound and cost like half as much.
Lumi's not hosting, or he can't attend.
Like all these classes are really questions that only he can answer.
Yeah, I'm aware, but like this is kind of what I mean. In previous town halls, when he would get an update about a class that wasn't his, he'd usually like go talk to that dev. So that's kind of. But what's the current poll? I can't find it.
The current poll is to increase the Aewyn vision towers by 1 supply.
Oh,
See,
so-
getting all.
Where he just gets
It
supply
says
cap.
it's a good approach for nerfing the Spear Strider. So I'm like, oh, is there a Diamond Council about making like Spear Striders?
No. It's either that he's just supply and this is his limiting factor, or there needs to be a Spirit Strider nerf because Aewyn is just way too broken currently.
Okay. Which one's the Spirit Strider?
The
This is-
Stalker.
Stalker. Oh, he gigabuffed those a while back. Wait, so is the Spirit Strider itself too strong, or he just masked too much and then you just like stat checked?
Well, for
for
his
me-
cost, the Spirit Strider just is overperforming way too much. Like he is tanky enough to eat links essentially, and like although he's not supposed to just trade well against links, and he beats roaches also.
Isn't Spirit Strider a tier 3 unit though?
For his cost, it's like a tier 2 unit.
Is it like
Like it costs 250 minerals and 3 gas. And with the upgrade, it has like nearly 1k HP.
They did it like creep very fast.
Yes. They have a high attack speed, they have high damage.
I don't know like the ratio roach per spirit strider.
I think
It's
3
like,
Spirit Striders. Like 3 Spirit Striders one-hit a roach, and then they are just too tanky for roach to beat.
Yeah, I think it's close to that. So it's a nightmare for
Well,
like hero.
I don't
like
have
that
the
hero
exact
would not have
numbers,
a-
so I don't want to say anything wrong here. So
That's fine. I mean, I'm not. My only confusion is like, I don't really see the supply change on Diamond Council and Spirit Strider nerfs like going. Like I don't see them doing the same thing. Like, so I'm kind of confused why you're okay with one or the other or not.
because currently Aewyn is either limited by either his supply or the amount of eco he has currently. Because when you increase the supply cost of Aewyn, he can't spam his vision towers around anymore. That makes his push more ineffective. And if you mass it, so your push becomes more effective, he is just supply capped, and you don't have that much supply that you need to push on the map. So you decide to either have a weaker push with the strong units that doesn't clear that much creep, or you just take care of the creep, but can't really push into any like tech relevant parts of the base.
Okay.
Or like cut eco from the circ.
I think that's a pretty reasonable explanation. I think the Diamond Council is currently in favor. I think just a few more people need to vote.
It's 8-2 currently.
Yeah, so
Well, and there's only one master voting against it, and like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
I think you can definitely make another Diamond Council if this one doesn't pass, or if it does pass and the change is not significant. But I think that's kind of what Diamond Council is here for, because I think you have a very specific change regarding this, like the supply change. If you think that's sufficient, or you can wait afterwards. But I would just submit a Diamond Council. Why are players' feelings not taken into account more when most players hate and complain in the class, e.g. Fatline, Dehaka, Spirit, DT, Brack, Isha, Aewyn, Nightingale, Permaban, and Premage? Should this be a sin that they require major changes? I mean, I keep track of Discord pretty often, but I don't really see a lot of people saying like, "Oh, this is insta ban, this is insta ban, like this needs changes."
Well, I can tell the permabans are usually if like someone good can play the class. Like you wouldn't ban Aewyn unless Benji was playing.
No. Some people ban
Ouch.
Aewyn.
I've never seen Aewyn banned unless Benji was playing.
I
No.
get banned on Aewyn.
Yeah.
I mean,
If
so,
you
so
I
like
get
play-
banned on Aewyn.
this
Spirit.
this is like a like complain louder type thing. Just I don't think all the devs are aware, and I think certain devs will take the feedback differently necessarily. So I think some people will like want like a more data driven analysis. Some people will just be like, oh, okay, I'll nerf it. But I think it's just like I mean I know Isha was hated, right? I know Isha didn't. People wanted. I've seen a few talks of like Isha being permabanned, but I've never seen anyone say like Brack is permabanned, Spirit is permabanned, Dehaka is permabanned.
Wait, because you only have one
Bra-
permaban.
Yeah.
It
Brack
was
was
either
permanent
Isha
like
or
something.
Brack.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
either this you know that the hunter was the strong player or the defender was the strong player, and you were just banning
Well,
Brack
in this
and,
case, like
Isha
Hex is
for
right.
you.
You're not really complaining about the class as much as the player playing the class.
No, because the
uh,
player was taking like it was also the like some players could take out of Isha what like essentially you had a plat player on Isha and it was the same level of strength because it was just Isha.
Yeah.
Where you weren't able to push against, then you would have like had a master player on Niadra, for example. He was defending the same level
Mm.
than a master player would on Niadra with Isha. Just because he had so much tools to deal with pushes.
Well, my thing is, I think this. I'm not saying. I guess I think this would be better if everyone just like kind of went like if everyone had an agreed list of like this is the order of like most broken to least broken kind of thing, and like these and like it's kind of like consistently like top down, like this is banned, this is banned, this is banned in pre-maze because of whatever reason.
We can make a list if
It's
you
more convincing
Yeah.
than just being like, hey, like word of
I
mouth.
think there's always going to be like a number one like Zerg hero or
Yeah.
survivor hero. Like when you have the choice of batting, it's always just going to be whichever one's the strongest. So if you just nerf the strongest, then just the next one's gonna get banned. It's like how happened with Isha, like because Isha got disabled, now you have the freedom to just permaban Brack.
But so my thing is like I think there's gonna be permaban because they don't want this class being played in this game or something. But I think also like Isha, for example, was a lot of anti-unfun mechanics, a lot of anti-fun mechanics that people just didn't like playing into, and were clearly overtuned. So I feel like for me, I can understand Isha, right? But and like a lot of this complaints, the Haka DT is kind of like old issues that are kind of like flipping through, but
For example, like for support ban, it's so if it's like very Nightingale or DT. Why Nightingale? Because Lumi have shifted the hero into placing a nearly full map vision when you know how to rotate and how to place visions more efficiently possible. And this can be really cancerous for like Zerg hero to be permanently seen, even with like G-Cloud buff nerf to vision in general.
Well,
And DT is you can get deleted in 2 seconds, even full life, if you don't pay attention to your hero and like DT clone come to you. DT clone and DT. Or they can just delete mid if like your defensor is not reactive enough and just one clone is slip off. Extra. So those type of thing tilt player and at good reason. And make that
I think it's
those two
fine if
clans,
there are
DT and Nightingale,
classes like that.
get banned a
Because
lot.
Zerg should have the advantage.
No,
Like at the very
I
start,
just said,
right?
I just explained why DT and Nightingale are more banned than other support.
Yeah, I know, but there's got to be classes like that.
No.
Oh, yeah. But No. No, wait. No.
Oh, you guys keep talking.
Okay, so Gabriel, do you remember when I said theoretically like Zerg will if the game is played perfectly, Zerg will always win, right?
No.
No, if the game is played perfectly, survivors would always win.
Yeah. This is like the principle of the game.
Because it's 8 against 2. It doesn't matter how good
Mm.
2 players play, the 8 will always win.
Okay, let's just say that it's like AI, like
Yeah. But I
Like,
mean,
the
AI
ones
player
that will
perfect
still win.
are the same thing. Yes.
Yes.
Uh,
Like you
8
what
versus
do you
2,
do
just a number game.
what do you do against a completely organized pre-made where everyone always calls out the ling balls you have and the support is always ready to eat the ling ball you just send out? You will never be able to clear stuff around the map.
Alright. Well, let's bring it back. We're just kind of like
Not
heresy.
bad.
People just arguing. No, that's fine. I mean, I we can visit this topic. I just want to get this finished off. Because I think it is important, and I feel like a lot of the characters you list, a lot of the heroes in here, from my perspective, including Isha, are a lot uninteractive. So as you guys said, like it's impossible to push against Isha because of the mechanics she had. But like Hex is right. It's kind of hard because if both players have a ban, you'll always ban whatever you think is the strongest in that moment. But
Yes.
if there are like core issues with these heroes, then like I think you can
I mean,
make
the core issue with DT is, for example, that his eco is just way too good and reliable for even if you try to shut him down, he will just be always maxed.
Yeah, I mean, I think Lumi is aware that current DT is unpopular given the Diamond Council about it, but I also think that he would appreciate like ideas and see and he'll like kind of like fine tune or something. But only Lumi can really answer this. So I mean, I'll pass it along and maybe he'll put a response.
Yeah, you can tell him that I have some ideas with for DT if you want.
And then final topic on the dock is, can devs review corneal changes before they go through? No, we only do class reviews for like initial class ideas. If you want to talk to Cornel about changes or something, feel free. But win Battle Royale tournament. Oh man, is this even balanced? What do you guys even want?
No.
No, it's not.
It's absolutely not.
No one says that like someone from the community has to do like that doesn't have to be like a dev or because like the Chinese tournament wasn't hosted by
Yeah,
any mods or devs.
but like they're asking it here, so I'm assuming. All right. If you guys want to host some community events, the mod and dev team will help you host it. If you want to host the Battle Royale tournament, we will help you.
Oh, what the hell?
But
Maggie,
I feel like whoever team has Rio, I don't know if
Yeah.
Rio's good. I just know that he played a lot. I feel like whatever team has Rio would just spam some broken crap and
Rio's
win.
dog shit Rio's dog shit in Battle Royale.
Ooh.
Yes.
Well, if you lose
Yeah,
this
we-
tournament
Dynamic.
against him now, I'm gonna have to ban you.
We have some comp can't surfing.
Sorry. Oh, some
There is
comp?
like a lot of very can't surfing in Battle Royale, but it's why I make it fun.
All right. Well, Fighter will host. Hopefully.
Yeah, just peer pressure Fighter into doing it. That's a good idea.
Hmm.
The thing is, like hosting, like for us hosting a battle royale, it's like a lot of time investment. And like you see how motivated we all are, how active. Yeah. So. Anywho, any other questions? When is E versus NA number 2? Gotta structure it.
This one.
4-0 again.
Sorry, someone's asked what
I
question
feel
about
like-
ranks.
Yeah, ranks. Regarding like Zerg versus Survivor, shouldn't like Zerg always be better? So shouldn't like the ranks be?
So
I guess,
the MMR formula it's literally chess MMR equation. So like a 1500 versus 1500 is a 50-50, and the targeted win rate of Survivor team is like 56%. So the MMR would be like 1550 versus like 1500. I don't know if that's the actual like correct number, but MMR wise, the Survivor team on average will always have a higher like team MMR than Zerg, and
Yeah.
that's what's technically used to make that 55% win rate for Survivor. Did that answer your question?
So it's supposed to be balanced, right? Like
It's supposed to be
the
Survivor favored.
I mean, like in terms of ranks.
It's percentile based. So
Fish?
like the top 1% of survivors will be master, top 1% of Zergs. That's the criteria to be like masters as well. So like the range might be 2900 to 3000 for survivors,
I
and then
think
like
what he is asking if like a full GM, like if you had 8 GM survivors on their full strength and 2 Zerg GMs, who is
Oh.
favored? And he
No,
thinks that it should be Zerg.
No. What I'm saying is that from the premates I played, is that Zerg is always required to have a higher MMR team in order for shit to be more balanced.
Yeah, to counterbalance the
It
fact
kind
that
of depends
Survivor favor.
on the map, yes.
I'll tell you bring
And
up
also
map
Iowa
balance.
Fontaine is like a Survivor favor map, so we need higher Zerg to balance it out.
Oh yeah, never
For
mind.
example, in a stacked premate, it should always like in stacked premates, for example, should always be nearly the 2 strongest Zergs. Because as more good survivors are on the team, the exponentially better Zergs you need to beat them.
Yeah.
Because survivor will always be favored in the matchup of Zerg against survivor.
Cloud?
Yeah, never mind. I'm just freaking confusing myself.
If you want to type it, if you want to like DM me or just put in a message for devs, like your specific question, I can try to answer it better. But
Yeah, sure.
all right, that's kind of it for town hall. But before I leave, before like it ends, last point about thoughts on Sophia mini rework regarding your production power. I think this needs to be a little more specific, and Cornel is here, so feel free to ask him. G Cloud, you fish.
The charge system for being able to spawn Sophia units, it currently kind of sucks because if I want to spawn 50 units, what I have to do is make an eco building of the appropriate level 10 times, salvage it, and then rebuild 10 more, salvage those, and make it so I build 50 eco buildings of that tier to be able to spawn 50 units. If you could get like something equivalent to Nomad, where it's like you just get more charges based upon Sophia's level or something, that would be a lot better.
So based on Andal's system.
Yeah, but something like Andor has.
Okay, but
Like-
there
like-
already is an upgrade that gives 2 extra charges.
It doesn't work very well. Like if I want to make a siege tank base and I want, 40 siege tanks in there, I can't do that without being ignored for 10 minutes, or at least like 8. Even if I have like sufficient funds.
But I mean, same
All
goes
right.
for some other classes that need just a
Yo,
lot of time to
mama.
set up a base. For example, Energizer needs a lot of time for set up a base. Technician, Spirit.
I mean, still, I feel like
Aewyn
building.
needs a lot of time to set up a base.
I feel like building eco to salvage the eco just to get an extra unit charge is a rather
Not
inefficient
supposed to be the
system.
case. You're not
All right.
supposed to do that. You're just supposed to wait on the cooldown.
This discussion continue, but thank you for coming to EU Town Hall. There will be an NA1 in 3 hours or 2.5 hours. Thanks for coming. All right, guys, welcome to the NA Town Hall for PS2.
teaming?
Let's look at the
You
doc.
will start with beings one by one, and this time Lumi is here for whatever reason.
Wait,
Alright.
are you not gonna stream like the doc?
Oh crap! Wrong button. This doc is useless. Let's be real, okay?
Well, actually, it's really useful because I'm gonna patch DT based on it.
Wait, it should have been
But
on the.
Bring
easy
back
mode.
Cloak Pylon.
I mean, I think we need to hand out like minus rep for people spamming this.
Yeah, okay. I don't need minus one.
Alright, Aisher is mad. Yes, he's British. And he's inactive as
hectic.
hell. No. Long live
Yeah.
EU.
Possibly.
Freedom, we coming for your oil. Why is every Dehaka movement speed direct a diamond council, not a game suggestion? I made the suggestion as a diamond council because I think the person suggesting it was diamond, and also the game
Oh,
it's
sorry, yeah, okay, I'm diamond now.
or
I don't
like
see
diamond or
the-
higher. But
I don't see the Dehaka movement Diamond Council.
no.
I put it in a town hall because I wanted to talk about it first with devs.
You
if
want
it's
to talk to
possible.
them?
Oh, what is the
or-
change?
Also the same with DT and Aewyn. I had some
I'm
ideas.
rework. Okay, let's hear it.
All right.
For what do you want to hear first?
Yeah, you pick.
Okay, so my idea for the hacker would be to decrease the agility gain per level, because either the problem right now is his movement speed. He is a way too much of an assassin in the mid game, even with the fastest heroes, and he also should be when he invests ability points into Windwalk, but currently he just needs 2 ability points in Windwalk and is faster than Technician and Spirit. And I think that is not really good. I think you need to at least have Windwalk level 3 to be on pace with heroes like that. Then DT, I think that like up to 10 heroes that have the same strength of DT is pretty stupid. I would decrease the strength of the shadow clones. The more the more are on the map, the weaker they are, but they can use abilities. So if you have you can essentially split DT. So you split them into 2. Then you have 2 DTs that are exactly half the stats from 1 normal DT, but they can use abilities. And you can do that up to 4 times, and when you lose 1 clone, you can't combine them into the full DT anymore. That was my quick idea on DT. And Aewyn, well, his Spirit Striders are just way too overstated. Either you need to nerf them or you need to you need to either nerf them or increase their cost.
Okay. I think I'm going to think about this. On this Spirit Spiders, I think it's an easy change. I'm doing something different with Clone, which is keeping them the same strength but making them cost a lot more.
I don't
Let's
think
see.
the cost is the problem, because DT Eco is just way too strong.
Well, yeah, but if you have to pay to make the clones, then you're going to slow the eco down because you have to start making clones all game, right?
Yeah, but the DT normally just floats 300 gas in the current.
No, the cost will be minerals.
Well, DT also has like plus 70 at 15 minutes. Like, he doesn't care.
Yeah, because he doesn't pay for anything.
Mewtwo, you suck.
We'll just make it cost a lot.
I think that would just revolve into DT running around with his early game, with 1 clone in the early game, like building his eco and like his hero farming link balls, and we still had the same problem. Then he would just spam clones after like he had plus 70 and 3-3, and he would just save for 4-4 anyways.
Let's see, because right now they don't cost any minerals.
What? Doesn't Santa just print them out for free then?
But yep, it
No.
costs gas.
They Santa. For Santa it costs 2K or 6K.
Oh, okay.
But I think
Can't Santa just not copy heroic? And those kind of new.
I don't want it to be heroic because there's a lot of things that don't work against heroic. I'm just gonna patch it so Santa can't clone DT.
Okay.
On an additional note, guys, I think we should nerf Kerrigan Dash. It does too much damage and is too far.
What? No. Kerrigan is like one of the weakest Zergs right now.
You should also give a vision on Kerrigan at all times.
Sounds like a great idea.
Alright,
Yeah.
moving on. Someone wants to remove their diamond rank. Just demote yourself. Ares needs nerf. Luminous. Why are you trolling me, Lumi?
Well, I didn't put that there.
Oh.
Someone else put my name there. Dude, why do you think I would put that there?
I literally, that's something I think you would say to troll.
Dude.
Why did limit get banned? It has nothing to do with the game. When limit unbanned, nothing to do with the game. Will Bill Gates be a good father?
Nothing to
Nothing
do
to
with
do
the
with the
game.
game.
Nothing to do with the game. Allowing an in-game poll mechanism for what?
Yeah, because the idea is that currently the changes are driven by the Diamond Council, right? But the game lives because you have hundreds of players not interested in the Discord and not being active on the Discord. I
Sure.
feel like not hearing their opinion on changes is not the best thing, I guess.
I mean, in an ideal world, I would agree this is a good idea, but the overhead to implement something is, I think, a little bit more than it's worth. And if like you're on Discord, you're probably a little bit more passionate than non-Discord users, or you're in China.
What about just like making the bar for being able to vote on changes gold plus? Because the game is supposedly balanced around like 15 or 1800 plus or something, yet only the diamond players can vote on changes.
No, you have
That's because gold players are retarded, and we don't want them voting on polls.
Diamond
It's
players,
very
Diamond
simple.
Plus players are like passionate about the game. They actually want to, like, they play the game enough that they're like kind of care.
The idea was to like a higher rank generally is more likely to have a better understanding of the game rather than just like vote for like whatever, like what they think is just like fun.
Yeah,
Diamond Council is already very bad.
It used to be like 5 people on it.
I don't want gold players coming in a Diamond Council suggesting that to the scientist Medivac to be 50 minerals.
I think it should be 50 minerals.
Yep. But we're not talking. Maybe
that's always
maybe remove the suggestion part. Allow them to vote on the suggestion made by Diamond people.
But back to the input game mechanism, it's just very difficult to implement because we would have to create like the poll system, and then we have to create a way to record it, and then we have to pull that data out, and then we have to make sure there's no duplicates. It's just a lot of extra steps versus just having it on Discord. That's about
Yeah,
it.
but there's the thing that Mewtwo also said is that you have a lot of gold players, and the Diamond Council is mainly based on the pre-made, actually, on the pre-made outcomes. But
Yes.
pre-made games only represent like 1% of the total games played for this game. So you're making a change to nerf something that is played 1% of the time.
Well, generally, like Diamond Council isn't really meant to like drive specific balance in the game. It's more it does have that effect. It's more meant to like, hey, this is like the community believes this is a problem, but the dev doesn't see it as a problem, and like it's like an opportunity for the community to like kind of overrule.
As far as I know, it's like a emergency nerf system for something that is really overpowered.
And not Not really, but it can be.
That's the closest thing that comes to it.
I
Honestly.
mean, first things that comes to mind is old Energizer, Drigger just running into mid 10 minutes and just completely killing them.
And that never got diamond counseled.
That got didn't it got diamond?
It never got
counseled?
diamond counseled.
I think I think diamond counseled.
I thought that was intended.
The dude literally made it infinite
Yeah,
damage.
or like Zelenda's sentries is a force field, but there's like a shit ton of Zelenda's gatekeepers.
Like the thing is like so if like I made it like so if Fenrir came out, I'm just using it because it's like really and like Hex made it 10 minerals, just hypothetically.
Yeah, that would instantly get diamond counseled.
It would be diamond council because like obviously like Hex thought it was a good idea or like he implemented for some reason and like community just strongly disagrees. That's when diamond council was like do its thing. A lot of these like like DT should be nerfed that should be more of a discussion. But if you have a specific idea of like how to nerf DT, like
I think there's enough like dissatisfaction with DT that I'm just gonna like change.
I didn't mean to like single out DT. I'm just using it as an example. Yeah. But like that's the role of diamond council. It's really not meant to be game suggestions. It's really meant to be, hey, I had a discussion, we disagree. Does the community agree with me to overthrow this dev decision? That's the true intent.
Yeah, or to finally give Lumi an idea how to nerf Spirit because he doesn't know.
What's wrong with Spirit?
I don't know. I just gave you 2 ideas. You implemented them.
Oh, which ones?
The ones that Diamond counseled.
Oh, the like the shield battery and HP and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that was a good change. I always thought that life was overpowered. So,
but like shield batteries, are they supposed to feed the same then turrets now? Was it lower before? Because
it's always been lower. That's okay with it being lower, I think.
No, it's the same. It's fine.
Okay.
I think if it's the same, it's fine.
Okay.
All right.
Actually, I think it's gonna end.
When a skin getting fixed, please ping G Cloud. Please do. Don't ping me. When you bring back vouch rank ups. No. Oh.
Why
we
not?
are using the MMR. Alright, please put that at the bottom instead of like one line below me. I would appreciate it so we can just get through everything. Balance out the maps. Every map rotation changes. I'm just gonna move you. What the who's spamming Mau Mau?
Wait, who's that guy typing Momo? He's
trolling. I wonder who could it be.
I wonder
it's not
Bring back Isha Malice.
It's the one laughing. It's the one laughing.
Before
seriously, when are you gonna rework those? Like, if there's a certain metric I think about, which is percentage of classes disabled, and there's a per dev, I think you have 100% of your classes are disabled.
Yeah, unlucky. I mean, I have an Isha patch 3 months ago. I just don't remember the changes I made, so I can't write the patch notes. I'm gonna like start over from scratch. Malice. I don't have an inspiration for it yet, so.
Dude, I like the Maldus network. I think there were some really cool plays with the Maldus network, and
oh really? I thought it was useless.
It was useless.
No, there were some very good. I mean, if you have good supports on your team that are like trying to counter, but I forget who it was. This was a long time ago, but I was getting just destroyed by this dude using Maldus networks in the corner of the map. So it's just like this man's rotating faster than Dehaka.
You can also just make like 5 Hydras and run faster than Dehaka.
No, this maybe, but the Maldus network, I'm saying, I mean, the 5 Hydras seemed abusive. The Maldus network just seemed cool and skillful.
I mean, it was 5 banelings that
I thought that thing was overly useless. I never saw anyone use it well, and it's just like, oh, it's just free 20 gas.
I agree, and then the one dude who figured out how to use it just absolutely just stomped me. I was like, wow. Okay.
I'll think about it. That was actually one of the things I was removing, but I'll think about it.
That's pretty good.
When are inactive classes going to be updated? Which inactive classes?
Also define inactive.
Which ones? So why am I red? Why am I not It's like the default color.
I think someone
Alright, I don't
changed
know who
the...
Anonymous Grizzly is, but please type like below. No. You don't bring back Dark Spirit. You play Russian roulette. You either win the first 3 minutes of the game or you die and leave.
That sounds like a fun class.
Long live EU. They got good questions. Freedom.
Why is Discord rank based on the lowest of your 2 ranks instead of just being based on Survivor or just being based on the better of your 2 ranks?
Because you have to be good. You have to demonstrate that you are good on both. You can't just like one trick Aries into Masters.
But like if someone is like Master Survivor and then slightly below the threshold for Diamond Zerg, wouldn't they know about as much or more about the game than someone who's just above the threshold for Diamond and Survivor and then never plays their account again? Because
I have 4K Aries and don't know how to play Zerg.
Yes, Lumi is a trash Zerg. I know. This guy played like 5 premates with me, and this guy just always said, "Oh no, this is lost." 30 minutes in.
I think we won our last. I think you carried me our last pre-made, but yeah.
Yeah, I carried you like 3 games, but 2 games you were like, "Oh, they have too much map control. I'm gonna go leave."
Yeah, but Mewtwo is right on point on this.
I mean,
I'm still Diamond Conceal.
I mean, no. Well, if you abuse one class to 4K, like let's say for example, I don't know, Energizer gets back his trigger and he gets like
you can still abuse one
to
class.
4K. Like
Yes,
you
but
don't
the
have a
issue-
better understanding of the general game than anyone else.
No, but I'm comparing the person who abuses one class to get Master
You're
Survivor.
comparing
and
yourself
Plat Zerg.
right now. We all know that.
I'm not the only person. Also, like other people have been like Master Zerg and Plat Survivor, and I think they deserve like Ragebox when he was Master Zerg. Like he knows enough about the game compared to someone who's just the minimum for both.
No,
All right, if you guys want to vote on it, you can put it in Diamond Council and see what the Diamonds think about making it so that the rank is not based on most.
I think if you're a Master Survivor, you can also get a Diamond Zerg. If you don't, if you're not able to get Diamond Zerg, you literally just have a skill issue, and that also
It
already
takes a long
disqualifies you
time
from Diamond.
to go up 200 MMR in Zerg when Lucy takes 200 away from you.
Yeah, but play more Lucy.
Sounds like you need to win.
If
Pretty
you win your
simple.
games, Lucy will not take your MMR.
Oh my gosh, I'm losing games and losing MMR. This system is trash. Lumi, what the hell?
All right, let's move on.
What the hell? No,
Just-
that's a.
Just
I
do-
need a
just-
Diamond
just
Council.
do it
there.
like the real good players and farm premates.
All right, let's move on. When is Energizer
Yeah,
getting
but we have
buffed?
an issue. We have an issue there because Mewtwo knows a lot more of the game than me, and yet I'm the one in Diamond Conceal making dumb posts.
Well, then
so.
he should just get better at Zerg, and then he can vote on Diamond Council. It's not that hard.
Yes, but what I say is that Mewtwo has a broader knowledge of the game and the game mechanics in general than me. I know only 2 classes in this game.
Okay, so it means if you have knowledge about the game, you have to have that certain amount of MMR or what?
Derek, if you played with a second
think
person.
there's
All
a
right.
parity between...
All right,
Let's be
y'all
going.
y'all can have this
Let's move on.
conversation
In-game
outside of
Let's move
Town
on.
Hall. You guys gonna this is not point.
Denied.
When is Energizer going to be buffed? Both parents went out for milk. Don't know. Bring black DT Coke pylons. I think Lumi's against this.
We are not bringing back DT
No,
Cloak Pilots.
bring
Who
them
put this on
back.
here?
Never.
Those are
Ma-
toxic. They're so cancer.
Make the
But
threshold
they're
for
so
diamond
fun
higher,
because they're cancer.
so most people are in gold. That isn't how this isn't how it works, and I think this was brought up in the EU. It's going to be like the League of Legends Emerald rank. It's just going to deflate or inflate whatever rank you like. Ranking is not going to really solve the problem.
No, like reduce like the amount of people in Diamond to like 1% or some shit.
Why?
No, not like exactly 1%, but like make it so that getting into Diamond is harder and getting into somewhere like Gold is like average.
I think
Gold is average. Gold is literally 50th
This?
percentile. Yeah, gold is literally the 1500 mark. Like if you like, the MMR system is recalibrated so that literally exactly half the active player base is gold or better, 50%.
Why are there so many platinum players then?
I mean, because you have to offset all the bronzes.
Because they play more, so it seems like it.
Well, the MMR range for plat is the biggest. Gold is just exactly at 50%.
All right. Bring back Ulti Nova. I don't think that's happening. When we fix skins, ping G Cloud. When 50
Yeah, I
minerals
do
medevac for
G-Cloud.
pro players. This guy's on drugs.
Yeah, this guy is really on drugs. I don't know why he's pinging me under this.
No. When fix loses that MR does not randomly spike up and then back down. That's an injection thing. As long as you keep uploading the replays, you'll be fine.
So this happened to me where I got injected to 2.8k for a day, and then I got down to 2k where I was 2.3k before, and then the following day after I got back down, I got injected to 2.6k, and then I went back down to 2.3k.
So what likely happening?
How many games were you playing?
A lot.
Like it takes a lot of games to go from 2.8 down to 2.0. You think you shouldn't have been 2.8 in the first place?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm trying to get there, but like, I should not have been there because I was not winning it that many games.
So when you get injected, check Lucy's MMR. So like, if you got 2.8k and Lucy said you were 2.8k,
Yeah, no, it was the Lucy MMR that said I was.
What?
Yeah, his Lucy MMR jumped to 2.8k. It never synced with the in-game MMR, and then it's bouncing from like 2.8k to 2k to 2.6. Like,
I mean,
the following day it synced, like the other one, it synced up, but it didn't like it went down.
So there are problems with publishing, like the game's not publishing correctly, which is causing it to bounce around because it's like being like, oh, you need an update now. So that will reduce it. But at any point in time, if you have a question about what your MMR is, and like you shouldn't look at your in-game MMR like that.
Yeah,
it's
no, I always
meaningless,
check
right?
Lucy.
And if your Lucy MMR is going from like 2.8 down to 2 and then up to 2.6 in like 10 games, then ping me. That's really weird.
Okay.
You should ping Andrew. He likes answering these
It
questions.
was within the span of like 2 to 3 days. It was
Then that is weird. Give me some screen, give like query it
Yeah.
and then send me like, hey, on this day I saw that it's 2.8, on this day it's down to 2, on this day it's 2.6 and something like that, and then that's I can work with that.
All right, I'll send it to you.
Lumi, does MMR played like Influx's MMR later on?
It played like never affects your MMR unless it's in like the first 30 games that you play. So it's only for Smurf detection. You never get future revision. It's just there for fun.
No, because sometimes like even if I like upload, for example, as I say, I play 50 games on Monday, Tuesday together, and I just don't play for the rest of the week. It will just still constantly change over the rest of the week.
The played like? Yeah, the played like will change.
No, the MMR. And I thought like it's like aftermath calculations.
Oh no, it's changing because after like let's say you play with someone and then that person got enough games and then they got Smurf purged, then it will revise what your MMR was supposed to be a week ago because it now understands that this person's a Smurf and then will increase. So that's why your MMR will move even if you don't play, but it shouldn't move 600 points.
I mean, it moved from 3.8k to 3k, but it was like over the span of a month.
That seems really big too. If you have
it was like over the span of a month. I can send you the screenshots if you want.
Yeah. If it's over that, maybe 1 month that still seems like a lot for 1 month. That seems really weird. Maybe there is some problem with the MMR.
All right. Next question: can we bring back at least one map rotation so newer players can experience them? I think Lumi kind of took over the map rotation. I think originally it was supposed to be 1 to 2 new maps, one old map, like one map from a previous map pool, and one.
We haven't had a new map in a while.
Yeah, but I think at some point it was changed to just players can vote for whatever maps they want. Are we just gonna keep it like that, or?
People seem happiest that way. Unless people don't want to do that. The downside of it is that the niche maps will basically never get voted in. It's always like, you know, it's gonna be the same maps that get voted in because like they're the least.
That's why.
Just take out the ones that have already been like in the map pool for like on that.
Yeah, basically cut the pool, and then you'll have a bunch of people who are like, "Why doesn't X map in the pool?"
I mean, that was kind of how the old system Templar.
Yeah, that was true. Maybe the old system was a little better, so you got like some diversity.
Just put the facility map in.
I need to rework Aewyn Eco. Anyway,
Increase minimum rock rate. Rock rate is tied to survivor win rate, and lowest is 30%. I don't think that's changing, right?
Yeah, I'm keeping them the same.
Thoughts on making core MMR not exceed Masters MMR?
Core MMR does not exceed Masters MMR.
What does that mean?
I don't think you can do that because Masters is based on core. So like, does that mean no one would get Masters? Like, or all the Masters have the same MMR?
I think it's saying if like Masters 4000, like your core MMR can be like 3900, and then your classes can be higher. Like the roles can
But
be
Masters
higher,
is based on your core.
I know.
Like, whether you...
Who the fuck out his question?
No.
Anonymous.
This isn't possible.
Fuck you, Anonymous.
Alright. Let's not.
I think the question is ill-posed. It just means must be beta star or something that is against core MMR.
Was Tamilian the most salty in this town? No, I am. When do we disable
But I haven't
Smurf
heard you say
Purger?
motherfucker like 5 times.
Smurf
Why would you
Purger's never
disable
been
Smurf
played.
Purger?
Wait, why am I toxic? Why am I salty? What?
I think it's because you suggested like 3 survivor nerfs. Make
I'm
Masters plus
sorry.
MMR decay.
How would we do that even?
That's actually not a bad idea to make it so that like if you are in the top 1%,
hold up,
you should have to maintain it.
Hold up, we had this conversation before. You told me, oh, mathematically it doesn't make sense for skill to decay.
No, but that's true for that's been proven for the general population. I don't know if that's true for like the top 1% of players. I would not be surprised if the top 1% of MMR decay is statistically more correct to do than to not do for the top 1% of players. But not like my highest priority. But I acknowledge that I think it may be a good idea.
I can definitely say that there are some of this Chinese and KR players that are sitting in Masters Plus that have definitely had skill decay. So
yeah,
they're sitting at Masters, but they're playing at maybe a gold level even in premates.
We do have like some kind of inactivity punishment. It's like you have to have some sort of activity threshold to keep Diamond Plus, right? That does exist.
Is that even working?
Yeah. Tons of people. Yeah, tons of people can.
All right. Next question. When does, I don't know how to pronounce it, Gats get permission to use Lucy back?
What? Why can't he use Lucy?
Someone got mad.
Who got mad?
Andrina took my perms because I asked him for help.
He was trolling.
Can we give him his perms back?
I don't know. You should probably ask Andrew for his side of the story.
Okay, let's ping Andrew.
This Townhall sucks.
Hey, man. What do you want me to say?
Well, notice how it's the NA Town Hall, but all the EU players are
All right. All this is done. We can just have a friendly conversation about whatever you guys want, or we can finish this town hall up as well.
What are class balance? I haven't played recently. What are things that my classes need fixing? I am changing Aewyn, Spirit Spider. I'm changing DT, and I'm nerfing Dehaka. I'm changing DT and nerfing Dehaka. Anything else that people would like to ask for?
Oh,
Well, I think DJ got a tremendous nerf in that the manager
Sorry,
can
not
now.
my class.
Oh, it's not. Never mind.
Luminous.
Yes.
Ever thought about deleting the black eco from Aewyn? It's really useless.
The what?
The what?
The black eco that can sacrifice
Oh,
itself.
I'm going to rework Aewyn Eco. I'm not doing it in the next patch. I have to think about what to do about it, but I'm going to rework Aewyn Eco. I don't know, those large black balls when they come after you, they have like 20k HP. Very, very scary eco.
Yeah, but like any bow with curse, that's the same.
I mean,
Run
idea.
away
I don't know if I
behind
shared
wall.
this with you, but an idea was that if you made the Aewyn eco like, when a structure gets revealed in Fog of gets revealed and it goes to Fog of War, you just see the outline of it. You could do that for Aewyn eco.
Like you can. I was actually thinking of doing that for DT clones. No, I think the whole premise of Aewyn Eco that it has two properties, right? You have to micromanage it, and like it's hard to kill. I think both of those are really undesirable properties. I'm just gonna rework it.
All right.
Oh, Lumi, by the way, if DT is not allowed to cloak on creep, I don't think the clone should be allowed to either.
I'm getting rid of cloak on clone.
Okay. Yeah, because I've watched a few games where some decent DTs have walked into mid with like 6 clones and wiped everything in mid.
Yeah, fun times. Okay. Anything else?
Oh wait, NA Town Hall is supposed to happen at 9 p.m. Why am I here?
Sushi smoking crack.
Just you remember that I told you I was surprised NA Town Hall was so fast after EU Town Hall?
Oh
I was
well.
wondering why all the EU people are here in an NA town hall.
Whoops. I was like doing something and I saw the time. It was like 5:30. I was like, oh crap! I got Town Hall in 30 minutes. So I was like rushing to finish what I was doing. And I came here. I didn't even look at the time.
I didn't always run Town Hall, but when I did, it was on time.
Hey, I'm on time. I'm for time.
Being too early is sometimes being too late, though.
Really, there's no one else's complaints about Lumi classes.
No.
You should
Do you
have
think-
Oh, I'll just give them some time. They will find something to complain about, Spirit.
Well, I mean, this is the time. This is the time when I will respond to you verbally instead of ignoring your comment.
Wait.
because I get like.
Can I?
30 minutes are over.
Save night.
Lumi, when are you going to disable Delta Squad? That class is broken.
What's broken about it?
Lib. 10,000 DPS splash damage. Flying, 3k HP.
Yeah, you can
500
add,
minerals.
you can add a shield, and it doesn't cost gas to add the shield for Delta Squad. But if you're playing champion and you're in a Tal'Darim, it costs gas to use the shield.
Yeah, one's building, one's a support. But I do think that Delta Squad's.
What about Nomad? Nomad can shield
Just
anything.
make Liberator take more time to change.
It's you mean get rid of the.
You mean on siege?
Like
What?
change between siege and unsiege. Like just make it take a little more time.
I just kept it the same as the normal game. If it takes longer, it's gonna be kind of weird. People just like, oh, this is a Liberator. This is how long
it
Liberator.
is something. I mean, the way the Liberator is set up with the amount of damage it can do is, you might as well make it do that because you're already dealing 4k damage in a short amount of time. So
I will consider.
Hey Lumi,
What's up?
how about Nightingale? What do you think about it?
I think Nightingale is great.
Very unattractive though. For one part of
That is true. It is not a very interactive support. It is true. It's not a very interactive support.
It's okay, Lemmy. I will propose a solution to all your problems.
What is your solution?
No, I mean it'll be tested. And it's not a verbally communicated, but
Okay.
also, actually, never mind. I'll DM it to you.
Okay.
All right, is that it for Town Hall? Any last
Yeah,
questions?
Lumi, I hope
concerns?
the screenshots that I send are
We
as
we
good.
get an automatic
Thanks,
kick on
it's not
fucking
a-
noob defenders who are actually just trolling and not noob.
I just tried to send you
No.
a lot of sample size.
No.
I got him.
Dev
That is
implemented that
so
before,
fucking
and I abused the crap out of it because I kicked my teammate every time I needed them to not int me.
I need that, bro.
No, it's just not good. It's a pretty strict policy. Like, there's like no kicking or like methods to kick. Just because like
So sad.
otherwise you just like kind of bully newcomers and like people who just don't know what's going on. And like this game is a really like initial high skill floor, so like there's a lot to do and a lot to know. So like I understand the frustration, but it's not something we want.
I know, man.
No, we do a no kick.
Defenders
We
really
no
have
kick
one
policy.
job in noob lobbies. It's just to get upgrades. And
Make roaches.
well,
Yeah,
when you
but
tell them
do I
that and
sound
they
different?
fail to do that, it's so frustrating.
Wait, we're doing Town Hall today? What the hell?
What the Vortex?
You know, I'll host another town hall in 3 hours in case people.
I'd love to.
Yeah,
I'd love
what
to
takes you too early? Come back in 3 hours.
Wow, Susu's motivation is through the
2
roof.
hours.
Well, no, it's
Why
because
did you
it's
say
because
that?
I made the wrong
Just
time, and
wants to
then
be a
G
part
Cloud's
of
like,
the-
Nah,
what's
Clive,
going
get
on?
the fuck back. Get the fuck back now.
Wait, Susu is not on vacation for once?
I'm always
He's
on
participating
vacation.
with the community? Oh, he's still on vacation.
Hi, get your ass back.
So maybe Luminous, you were asking about.
I also got trolled by
MMORDK.
Maggie. He was like town hall in 3 minutes.
Maggie, Masters 1.
Good job, Maggie.
Yeah, no worries.
Maggie, I don't see a Master Roll on you yet.
No, why? I'm literally trolling so much I want plat, but I can't go down.
Oh, what the hell? He's my rank now.
It's pretty hard. It's pretty hard to lose
Wait,
MMR.
you're Diamond Galaxy?
No, I said I'm plat. You
Yeah,
said
it's honestly
plat, right?
pretty hard to drop into
You said my
set.
rank.
Like if you
No,
go up
it's
a
so
rank,
easy to drop in the pot.
it's really
Just
hard to
play
go back
pub.
down unless you're just at that cusp and then you start falling. But like if you're like
That's
No,
not
no,
true.
just
You
play
just have to
pubs.
play
You
a
will
few
immediately
pubs.
drop 200 MMR.
no, if you plant a solid solid foot into like one rank higher or whatever, it's really hard to go back down.
Or
It
just
is
get
not
like
shit on by
T2,
Lucy.
you will not end up in Plat 1.
Susu play
I-
pubs,
I
then you
was-
know Buggedy mode.
I was Diamond 2 Zerg,
Exactly.
and now I'm Plat 1 Zerg.
Okay, but your Zerg is one-dimensional.
That's rough.
All right.
Why the hell did I get Zerg?
Well,
now?
if Mewtwo's Zerg is one-dimensional, what is Diablo's Zerg?
Half.
I'm 4 diamond. I'm 20 diamond.
Here's the point.
No.
I mean, this guy literally skipped a DT eco that was the entire bottom right side of the map.
Well, he's a little special.
Yeah, no, they.
Spirit.
no,
little
the game was
special.
over by
No,
then.
no, Vortex, I'm
No
gonna
point.
send you the screenshot of the eco that he
Okay.
skipped.
Oh,
Wait,
no.
hold on. Hold
How big
on.
was it?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
end
hold
this-
on, hold on. I'm gonna
scared.
send it.
I'm
to
gonna
you.
end the town hall after answering the last question. Why won't no on a linear nerf of Ares
Yeah,
town hall?
Vortex, come down the voice channel.
That's
No,
mainly
we need
for
a buff
music
Ares
in
though.
game.
Make
that-
it, make it
that
free.
question we can't really answer. It's a community thing, so you really just have to ask in Diamond Council. But people in general, people don't really nerf survivors unless it's like really oppressive. And I mean
Why
really oppressive. Like
Did
past 5-minute dragger killing you oppressive. Because that stuff was not Diamond Council. I remember. Because I was like crying about this for like a month.
This guy's so salty his class got disabled. He's taking out every time it gets brought up.
That's fine.
was the Talus move speed nerf because of a Diamond Council or something, or was that just made?
I don't. Oh no, I think Hex pointed out. Was it you, Mewtwo? It might have been you. Like there were some replays where the game just kept going because like you couldn't actually kill the Talus.
I mean, the thing is, I can drag out games on any class. Like I had someone spend 15 minutes last night searching for my DJ in a disco ball. It's not like
that doesn't sound like a you skill. That sounds like a DJ problem.
But like if I'm a scientist in a medevac, I can do that too. You know, it's just that I never quit the game.
Yeah, you're just lying
But
right
the
now.
the
But nice try.
Talus shade cooldown from 25 seconds to 60 really hurts the whole class's potential to like push early creep. So if you're just going for a survivability,
Great. I'm glad that you can't push creep with a tier 1
Like
unit.
Talus is almost like worthless to
Talus
have
is
your
tier 2.
champion
Oh,
in
no,
now,
it's true.
unless you're level 8.
Talus is not worthless.
I'm fine with this.
You are faster in a Centurion than a Talus now.
I'm fine that that a single tier 1.5 unit can't push creep mid game. I'm fine.
Talus is not worthless. You can still use Hate to clear the balls with Steampack and Shaitak toss them up.
What the fuck?
All right. Thanks for coming to Town Hall. Good
Thanks for running it,
discussion.
Susu. It's great.
I don't know when I can host the next one. I'll be traveling for like 2 months. So
Oh, not motivated. GG.
well, I am motivated. Just experiencing culture, life experiences. You know?
I see.
All right. Thanks for coming. Thanks for sharing and putting up me.